Hello everyone, welcome back to Mamta Nival tutorial. And guys, in this video we're going to start a new chapter, the chapter number 3rd of class 6th, and the name of the chapter is fiber and fabric. What do you mean by these two words? What are fibers? Fibers are the thin thread-like structures. Those thin thread-like structure will combine together and form a fabric. This is the whole concept of this chapter. How we obtain the fiber from the natural source or from the artificial source, and how those fiber combine together to form a fabric. This is the whole concept. Okay. Before understanding any other concept, you should understand first this word, like the fabric, the fabrics, any fabric. If we are talking about a cotton fabric, let's take an example. Okay, the fabric will made up of yarns. What a fabric is made up of? These are the yarns. You can see like the strands, you can see the thick thread strands, you can see is the yarns. So these are the yarns. Okay, now the yarns are made up of fibers. This concept you should understand first of all. What are the fibers? If we talk about these are the yarns, so yarns will made up of thin fibers. So those thin fibers are the fibers, and these fibers will combine together to form a yarn, and those yarns will arrange themselves according to the fabric, and those fabric will be those fabric will be created. Okay, this is what like which kind of fibers. If we talk about a cotton fabric, then we are taking the fiber cotton fiber. Okay, how we can say that a fiber is made up of yarns and yarns are made up of thin strands, or we can say that fibers. Let's take an example. This is a cloth, and if you scratch a cloth from one end here, if you are scratching it, okay, what are you doing? You are scratching that portion, that end of the cloth. Now you can see, like, first you see a thick threads, you can see like coming out of it, thick threads. And if you clearly or more closely you see, these thick threads also contain some thin threads from which it consists of. So this is the fiber, and these are the yarns which we are talking about. These are the yarns, and from those yarns are arranged together and form a fabric. Okay, this is the whole concept which you need to understand first. Okay, now what kind of fibers are present in our environment? Like natural fiber. How many natural fibers? There are many examples of natural fiber. For example, cotton is a very good example. Cotton, jute, silk, and wool. All those are, what are they? They are natural fiber. And if we talk about cotton and jute, they are the plant cotton fiber, and silk and wool are the animal natural fibers. Why we are saying that? Because the source of getting these fibers are plant, that's why we are saying it a plant fiber. The source of getting silk and wool are the animals, that's why we are saying that it is a animal fiber. Okay, from where, like if we talk about it, from where we are getting silk? Silk is gotten by the cocoon of silkworm. Okay, from the cocoon of the silkworm we can get the silk. And from where we can get the wool can be get by the hairs of what? Sheep, goat, many we can take a lot of examples like camel or yak or rabbit. All those hairs, like rabbit, all those hairs can form a wool. Okay, so we get wool from the sheep, goat, camel, yak, or we can say rabbit or any other animals also. So these are the animal fibers. Now we talk about the natural fibers or cotton fibers, from where we get and which part of a plant will give us the fiber. Okay, so first of all we can say, like, first most important natural fiber, if we talk about the plant natural fiber, is the cotton. Okay, from where we can find the cotton, or what is the necessary for the cotton to grow? First, it requires black soil. So the place which contain black soil is very good to grow cotton plants. Okay, and what kind of a climate? Warm climate is required for the cotton plant to grow up. Okay, this is the main important things you need to remember, from where, so that you can even you can get an idea that from where we can find, like, cotton plant are grown in which portion of India or which portion of the world. Okay, now cotton plants. Now from cotton plants, these are the, first we grow the cotton plant, and now the cotton plant will reach to the stage where it start fruiting. Okay, the fruit come out of that plant. Now what is the fruit? Fruit is the cotton ball. The cotton ball is known as the fruit of cotton plant. Now after the maturation of that fruit, this fruit, that means the maturation of cotton ball, what it happen? The ball will burst. After the maturation, keep in mind, after the maturation, the fruit will burst, the ball will burst, and it open up, and the seed and fiber will be visible. Okay, seed and fiber will be easily visible outside, like this kind of a structure you can see. This is the main basic fiber, and now here you can see these are the seeds, and now here is the cotton. You can see the white cotton which is surrounded by the seeds. So seed is covered, the seeds is covered with the fiber, you can see that, covered with the fiber. Okay, now the main thing is coming, that how we can obtain these seeds, or how can we separate these seeds from the fibers, because we only need fiber, not the seed. So to get the fiber, what we need to do is that is a process of ginning. Ginning is a process in which we can separate fiber and seed easily. Okay, ginning is a process in which we can separate fiber, cotton fiber, and seed easily with the help of combing method. Okay, there is a kind of comb, this kind of a structure, and there is some cotton balls already present on the floor, and they move these combs between these cotton balls, so that the seeds will remain in one side and all the fiber will move to the other side. This is how the ginning process works. So you need to understand is the ginning word. What do you mean by ginning? Ginning, it is a process in which fiber and seeds are separated in which plant? In cotton plant. Okay, now the second and important natural fiber is jute. Jute is also a natural fiber. From where we find a jute? Jute is come from the stem of jute plant. Okay, from the stem of the jute plant we can find the jute fiber. Now in which place we can cultivate, or we can grow jute plant? It requires rainy season. First of all, keep it in mind, like rainy season is very much required to grow a jute plant. Okay, so example, we can say that West Bengal is the best place. West Bengal or Bihar or Assam, these are the best place to grow jute plant, because they have rainy season in it, because there are a lot of amount of water already present in those area, and here the jute plant is very much common to be grown. Now how we get the jute fiber from the jute plant? First we grow a jute plant till the stage of flowering. Okay, till the flowering stage we grow that jute plant. Now harvest it. Okay, cut it down, harvest it, and immerse it into water. Why we need to immerse it into water? Because this is a jute, this is a complete fiber or complete stem. These stems, if we immerse in water, the stem will become rot. The stem will become rot. So that rotten fibers will give us thin thread like structures, which we called as fiber. Okay, so the immerse into water. What is immersed? The stem is immersed into the water, and now the stem become rot. The stem become rot. Okay, that rotten stem, with the help of hands, we can remove the fibers from it. We can remove fiber from that rotten stem. Okay, first of all, what we get is the yarns. From those fibers, what we make yarns, and from those yarns we make fabrics. Okay, fabrics are made up of yarns, and those fibers are coming directly from the plants. Okay, now from which process we can get all these, like fiber is converted into yarns? How we can say that? How we can make the yarns? With the help of spinning process. What is spinning? Spinning is a process of making yarns. From fiber. Okay, from fiber we make the yarns, and that process is called as spinning. For example, you have seen an example like charkha. Okay, like charkha, it is a very good example of spinning method. We used to make khadi cloth out of it, khadi fiber out of it. How? Like fiber is converted into yarn, and now these yarns will arrange themselves and form a fiber, and those fiber we are calling as khadi. Okay, this is how the yarn will make, and how the yarn will create it. Okay, now how we can say that the yarn will form a fabric. Okay, like in the initial stage, what we have done, that we understand first this is the fiber will form a yarn, and that yarn will form a fabric. Now fiber will form a yarn with the process of spinning. Okay, we understand this. Like how this yarn will form a fabric, there is two kind of way of it. How yarns will form a fabric. There is a way like weaving, first way, and second way is the knitting. Okay, in the weaving we take two yarn strands. We are taking two yarn strands. One strand is this one, and one strand is this one. This is the two yarn strands separately we are using, and arrange them together to form a fiber. This is how the weaving process will work. But in case of knitting, we only take one yarn. We are not taking other yarns. Like if we need a sweater, what our mothers do, they used to make the whole sweater out of one single thread or one single wool. So this is what the knitting is. It require only one yarn. Here it require two strands of yarn. Okay, this is the two process, weaving and knitting. Now the last and important thing of it is the history. What is the history of cloth materials? How in the initial or in the ancient time, how the clothing we used to wear. Okay, in the ancient time, what people do, they used to take big leaves or stem portion or any skin, big leaf or skin of the animal, or fur, we can use fur of the animals. We used to take all those things and cover our body. So these are the clothes in our ancient time. Now after that, after the evolution, when the human being reached to the stage of agricultural community stage, okay, now what happened, now they start growing the plants also. Okay, agricultural community means they can grow plants, so that plant will help us to get some food to eat. Now what they do, they take the grass leaves, and make some basket out of it, or make some mat or basket out of it. So they start how to weaving the grass. Okay, this is how it started. Now after that, from the charkha, you already know the cotton plant. From the cotton plant we get the cotton, and that cotton will provide us the fiber. The fiber will make the fabric. Okay, after that, the last stage of this intervention is the intervention of sewing needle. Okay, before that, in this stage, we make the clothes from the yarns. We make a fabric, but the fabric is not stitched together. They are only a single fabric, like a sari. If you want to wear a sari, you need to wrap the whole sari. There is no cut inside it. But after the invention of sewing needles, the people start making different kind of clothes, like clothes which they require, like a shirt, a pant, a suit with a different kind of a design or different kind of a structure. So this is how the history of this cloth material will goes on. Okay, now the main important concept which you need to keep in mind for this chapter is the important concept. This you need to understand only this flow chart, and you will good to go. Like cotton ball, from the cotton rolls, or we can say cotton balls. From the cotton rolls, what we get fiber. With which process? With the ginning. What is the ginning? Ginning is a process in which we can separate the cotton fiber and seed easily. Okay, seed and the cotton fiber we are removing. So what we get is the fiber, cotton fiber. Now how we can make fiber and how we can make yarn out of a fiber? So yarn is made up of by spinning, like charkha, like we are using charkha. So we make yarn. Now how the yarn will make the fiber or fabric, make the fabric? There is two way, is the knitting, in which we take only one yarn and whole fabric will made up of single yarn. Other way is the weaving, in which we can take two yarn and those two yarns combine together, arrange together and form a fabric. So this is how we get a fabric. This is how we get a fabric. This is the main concept, how a plant material will make a fabric, and from which process. Name of these process is the main key point of this chapter. Okay, with this the chapter is complete. I hope you understand the complete chapter. If you have any doubt, please write it in the comment box. If you like my video, give a thumbs up, and if you and subscribe my channel. And thank you guys for watching this video.